Welcome, Gig Harbor. We are back. Today we are at Ancich Park, the dedication of, and I am Jeff Brown.
I'm Gwen Gilliam.
And we are with Love Gig Harbor. So again, we're here at Ancich Park. We just had the dedication. We promised to bring you all kinds of local things that are going on that make Gig Harbor awesome and make it a place that you want to love and live. And so our slogan basically is love where you live, and we do love Gig Harbor.
Absolutely, we totally do. We are going to bring you guys everything great that's happening here in Gig Harbor. Exciting, new, cool, fun, awesome. Again, we're always looking for ideas. If you missed out on this today, we're going to have some great video and some fantastic photos to share with you.
Yeah.
So what an exciting morning.
Yeah, it was a great morning. Tons of great photos. There's probably about 200-300 people here. The mayor, council members, it was just incredible. So we look forward to sharing the video with you and having more of these fun upcoming events.
Great community we live in, you guys. Enjoy your day.
Welcome to your new park, Gig Harbor. This is Ancich Park, named after one of the original families that's settled here in Gig Harbor. Beautiful, beautiful park. The bulkhead they did down below is fantastic. There's areas down below with picnic tables. Up above that have picnic tables and have tiles up there of all the original fishing families. There's over 100 tiles up on the ground above there that show all the original fishing families that were here. Here is the net shed that they just had refurbished and redone. And right off in the distance you can see the marinas and all the boats. But this is a beautiful park that has been about 17 years in the making. The last 5 years, everyone's been hot and heavy to get it rolling, but it started over 17 years ago with the idea and how they were going to do this and when they were going to do this. Next phase of this park is going to be a paddler's dock. And so right where that staircase is right there, they want to put a dock in right in the center here that will be for all local residents to use. That will be for stand-up paddleboarders. It will be for canoes, kayaks, any kind of water recreation without a motor is going to be welcome to use that dock. And so it's a great opportunity to be downtown Gig Harbor and put your paddleboard in the water or put your kayak in the water and just enjoy. So, all right, Gig Harbor, welcome to your new park.
Hey everyone, welcome to our new park. Welcome all of you and thank you for coming to celebrate Ancich Waterfront Park's opening. The project started with an idea. The idea for this park goes way back to the original purchase of the property in 2012 by the city of Gig Harbor. The ultimate vision for this land was to preserve part of our historic working waterfront, but funds were limited, and the city was unable to proceed with park development. I was just informed recently from Allison Brooks that we are now part of the Washington National Maritime Heritage Area. Yay! So I will let her speak for a moment to that. After I speak a little bit, Michael Perot, council member, will be speaking a bit, and so will Spencer Hutchins. Allison?
Good morning, Gig Harbor! Woo! So yes, you are now part of, I am Allison Brooks. I am your State Historic Preservation Officer. You guys probably are like, what's that? That means I'm responsible for helping to preserve Washington state history. So yes, as of a week or two ago, you became part of the Washington National Maritime Heritage Area, a congressional designation. And it is the first heritage area in the United States devoted solely to maritime heritage. Oh, there's Pat Land. She was part of the steering committee. Wave, Pat. The reason I'm bringing this up is it's really special for Gig Harbor because Gig Harbor was part of the steering committee that we put together that eventually went to Congress to ask them to designate us as a maritime heritage area. So thank you, Gig Harbor. Thank you, Gig Harbor City Council. Thank you, the people of Gig Harbor, for bringing us the National Maritime Heritage Area, because it wouldn't have happened without you. So yes, applaud yourself. Absolutely. This is great. And this park dedication today is perfect for the heritage area. So, and for those of you that think it's regulatory, no, it's not. It's an honorary designation, so nobody panic. Okay, and I'm going to turn this back over.
Thank you. Councilmember Pro?
Thank you. In 2015, the City of Gig Harbor was the recipient of 2 generous state grants for the development of this vision. These grants offset part of the funding needed for this project to move forward and helped what was once a dream to become a reality. Today, we celebrate the vision and dream Ancich Waterfront Park. The first grant was a Heritage Capital Project grant from the Washington State Historical Society. This generous $660,000 grant was given for the restoration of the historic Ancich Net Shed. Jennifer Kilmer, the executive director of the Washington State Historical Society and formerly of our Harbor History Museum, is here celebrating with us today, and she would like to say a few words. Thank you, Jennifer, for the Washington State Historical Society making Gig Harbor maritime heritage a priority.
I'm here wearing totally the wrong shoes. I'm so excited to be representing the Historical Society in the state of Washington here today. On a personal note, I started working downtown 16 years ago, and I was just saying to Michael, none of the assets that we have today were here then. I mean, think about what has been accomplished in 16 years, and this is the capstone, right? Harbor History Museum, what's happened in Ancich Park, the Eden Boatyard, and now this amazing, really tribute to our working waterfront and amazing new resources for the human-powered craft that we have all throughout our harbor. And the Historical Society is really excited to have played a small part. The last thing I want to share with you is that the state of Washington has actually invested more than $3 million in Gig Harbor historic properties through 13 projects. And they've been able to do that because all of those funds have been matched 2-to-1 by the community, by all of you who have invested in the history of Gig Harbor and preserving that history. So the real kudos go to everyone here for everything that you've done.
Thank you, Jennifer. There was a second state funding award known as ALEA for the Aquatic Lands and Enhancement Grant from Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office. This $500,000 grant was earmarked to develop the uplands of Ancich Park and the human-powered craft amenities. So what is right behind you? Also with us today is Kayleen Cottingham, the Executive Director of the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office. Thank you, Kayleen and the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office, known as RCO, for helping us make this dream a reality.
Happy Saturday, Gig Harbor. So thank you for inviting me. I'm the director of the RCO, the Recreation and Conservation Office, an agency you've probably never heard of. We're a tiny little agency, and we give out millions of dollars in grants for fabulous projects just like this. And I want to tell you, they're very competitive. We usually are only able to fund about 50% of our applicants. And so I want to say there's 3 things for a successful project with us. One is a dedicated staff. In this case, it's the Public Works Department. And they did a fabulous job. They had to convince my advisory committee that you were worthy, that it was a community-supported project, and that you could get it done on time. The second element of a good project is support from your local elected officials. There are a lot of priorities facing elected officials, and for them to have prioritized the matching resources was very important. So make sure you give them a big thanks for that. And the third thing is your local legislators were very important too. It takes an appropriation from the legislature for money to flow through my agency. So thanks to all of those things, they came here in big time, and you got a big grant here from us. And I think Gig Harbor has quite a few grants from my agency along the waterfront. So thank you for inviting me, and happy day.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Spencer Hutchins.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's wonderful to be here with all of you as we celebrate the opening of this park. And as Kayleen said, in addition to our funding partners, there is a lot of thanks that is owed to our state and local elected representatives, particularly our former state senator, Jan Angel, who made this a personal priority in getting funded. So we would like to thank her, and unfortunately she couldn't be here with us today. Also our state representatives, Jesse Young and Michelle Caldier, thank you so much for your support, both of you. As well as at the county level, our county council member, Derek Young, who was instrumental in his support as well. And unfortunately, Derek couldn't be with us either, but please say thanks to him when you see him. The Ancich Brothers Net Shed is listed on the city's local historic register. This spectacular location is the heart of one of our oldest areas in town along the historic working waterfront. It's known as the Millville neighborhood. Over the course of the planning for this project, there were significant input and help from various permitting agencies. The Department of Archaeological and Historical Preservation's Executive Director, Dr. Allison Brooks, is present with us today. Thank you so much. Thank you for providing guidance to staff during the design process to ensure that we followed the Secretary of Interior's standards. The rehabilitated net shed will stand on our shoreline for generations to come, and it will show our commitment to preserving Gig Harbor's rich waterfront heritage. So that's something that we should celebrate today. We'd also like to thank the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife, the Design Review Board, and the planning and building staff of the City of Gig Harbor. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you. We're also thank you for the talented design and construction team. They took a vision, combined it with the needs and the wants of our community, and constructed the beautiful park we can enjoy today. Thank you to P&D engineers and the design consultants, and to Quigg Brothers Construction. Please raise your hand. We would also like to thank the present and past council members and the mayor as well. Also, thank you to our city staff, past and present. Some have actually retired since this was started, who worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition. Specifically, I would like to thank Katrina Knudsen, and please raise her hand right there, one end of the ribbon, and Jeff Langhelm at the other end. And George Flanagan from his Public Works team for their tireless work to ensure this park became a reality. Paul, would you like to say a word or two?
I would. Thank you all for coming. And as all of you know, this was a long process to get this park approved with a lot of input. And I think it shows that the process works, the system works, and a lot of handshakes and a lot of congratulations to everyone that was involved.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Another thank you goes out to all those who worked on and contributed to creating a comprehensive list of Gig Harbor's commercial fishing fleet. The 400 plus commemorative tiles up there on top spans over 100 years of maritime histories. They were placed in the upper plaza to honor our local vessels and their families, of the fishing families. Compiling this list has been underway for years. Thanks to the member of the Gig Harbor Fishing Fleet, Greg Lauderich, local anthropologist Lita Pitcher, Lita Dawn Ancich, and many others. Thank you. Linda, sorry. We are honored and proud to have the Gig Harbor Canoe and Kayak Racing Team call Gig Harbor home. Recognized nationally and internationally, the team has helped to develop skills, both physically and mentally, in their teammates. We don't have a dock yet, as we all know. We hope this partnership with the kayak team brings the creation of a float system to benefit all the community and the team as well. Again, thank you to all the citizens, stakeholders, past and present council members, and the ad hoc committee members who worked diligently in Ancich Waterfront Park. This project has taken 5 years in brainstorming, public outreach, countless meetings, and the effort of multiple agencies and the community at large. At that time, an effort has led us here today, opening a park yet another gem of Gig Harbor. Thank you. And with that, we would like an Ancich, where this park is named after, to come forward and cut the ribbon. Maybe mention a minute the time that you did fish here in the early 70s, correct?
That would be correct.
1963 I started. 1963.
1963 he started here, and you worked here in the 70s. So then with that, I think one of you should put your hand on one side of the blade and the other. Here we go. Yay! Thank you to the community, all of you that helped make this possible and a dream come true. Thank you.